We have 11 amazing restaurants featuring a wide variety for every price range and appetite. South Point's Garden Buffet has something for everyone at unbeatable prices. Or, if hunger strikes in the middle of the night, join us at Coronado Cafe. The American menu offers breakfast, lunch, or dinner 24 hours a day, plus a Chinese kitchen for authentic Chinese dishes from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. From steak and eggs to wonton soup, it's fast and friendly service 24/7. When you need a quick pick-me-up, you can find it at our state-of-the-art Starbucks just inside the main South Point entrance. Order ahead with the Starbucks app for easy mobile order pickups. Or enjoy your favorites in the relaxing dining area anytime, day or night. If you love Mexican food, Baja Miguel's has all of your south-of-the-border favorites. There are dozens of classics to choose from, like fajitas, ceviche, chimichangas, tacos, and more. And for spirit lovers, Baja's colorful non-smoking tequila bar is right outside. Or maybe you're in the mood for seafood. Big Sur Oyster Bar has fresh seafood prepared right before your eyes. Savor freshly shucked oysters, crab legs jambalaya, shrimp and lobster. Beers on tap and a selection of fine wines are perfect to pair with your seafood favorite. Whether lunch or dinner, you'll love this fun atmosphere, located just off the casino floor. Ready to shake things up? Step back in time and treat yourself to one of the oldest restaurant chains in the country. Steak and Shake, famous for original mouth-watering steak burgers and hand-dipped milkshakes in a variety of flavors. For some old-fashioned fun, try Steak and Shake.
It's going to be cold for several of the NFL Divisional Playoff games this weekend. Woo! So to get ready for them, I had them turn the AC up or down. I don't know which way you turn. What's the temperature in here, Drew Dog?
Dude, it's like 72 degrees.
I've never said this before in my life, but could we have it be more like Detroit conditions in here? Drew Dog, roll it open. Yes, there we go. Oh my God, it's so much warmer in here now. Woo! All right, ladies and gentlemen, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Today is episode 321. We have 4 divisional playoff games this weekend, and we have 4 of us on the show talking about those matchups. Thanks for watching the show that the Washington Post called the show that airs from South Point at noon. It's a mix of, see, that's the only show. Get it, I guess. It's a mix of sports, comedy, conversation, viral videos, and educated gambling advice. I'm your host, Frank Nicotero, longtime comedian, lifelong sports fan, and today's show will bring you more excitement than the last second OT that happened in Minnesota yesterday. Check this out. Boom. Dribbling up home court. Jeff, were you watching this one live? Bam. In Minnesota, Denny Nagel texted me going crazy. I said, yeah. I was watching that game because Joe D'Amico had Michigan. But anyway, we had a loss on that one yesterday. It's okay. He's still on fire. Matt Neverett gave out Matt Neverett, by the way, 3-0 yesterday. He claims that 3 weeks in a row he has not given out a loser. So Matt
check
Neverett,
the tape.
What's that?
Check the tape.
We're going to check the tape.
Or check the spreadsheet, actually.
Do we have the spreadsheet?
Apparently we do.
We have a spreadsheet of all our picks?
It's somewhere. I don't know where it is, but Ryan has access to
Here's
it.
then I'll never see it. Here's the important question. Are my token picks on there as well?
You know what? I'm going to see if I can access it real quick.
Ryan, send us that damn spreadsheet. All right. Joining us for picks at 12:36, the return of Kevin Belinkoff via video in Los Angeles, where he's doing great. And you want to talk about the number 1 seed in the AFC. What's the Kansas City Chiefs? You're probably wondering, well, what's the vibe like in KC? Oh, well, we'll let you know because live via video also, we have Dennis Evans probably making, I'm going to say, his 7th or 8th appearance on this show. Every time he's on, he's always exciting. So it's going to be a good show. And, of course, sitting next to me, because it's Friday, ladies and gentlemen, closing out the week, the always fantastic, you know him from Sports by the Book, Jeff Parles is here. Woo! Yeah. Oh, my hands are warmed up. Oh, cold.
That was... You deserve an Emmy for the Open.
I believe Anna's over there cutting the clip right now.
It should go to the Emmy committee.
Webbies. I think we can get nominated for a
Webbies?
Webby.
Webbies?
Yeah. I was nominated for a Webby once.
I don't know what a Webby is.
It's the Web Awards. Do they still do those, Jerry? Do they do the Webbies?
I have no. I
was
no idea what that is.
To add to my illustrious resume. I was up for a Webby and I lost to Daryl Hall from Hall & Oates because he had that Daryl's house and. Yeah.
I was going. You answered my question. I was going to ask how you're in the same category as
it was
Hall
Icons. It was called the Icon. it was live music or comedy program.
You know what I learned? I learned something every day about your career.
Well, I hosted a show at Yahoo for 4 years, prime time and no time. So we did really. It was a good show, and so we were nominated, but we didn't win. So we'll submit for. Probably that open. You're right. That cold open. Let's take a look at the punch menu right now, ladies and gentlemen. Drew Dog punching the buttons back there. Oh, yeah. And yeah. Like when Ann's on the audio. All right. What we have, let's see. We have What's My Name in the comedy clip of the day. We also have some gambling advice from several people at 12:36 and a few cool things in the punch bowl. But now it is time for top of show breaking video. Dun, 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 dun. Bah, 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 bah. Top of show breaking video. You know, Jeff, a few weeks ago, the top two teams in the NBA played, right? You had, by the way, the Cleveland Cavaliers and Oklahoma City Thunder.
Great television ratings. That's the final.
What? Yeah. Oh my God. Are you serious? That would be like, yeah.
They're amazing teams, but
again, Oklahoma City Thunder is probably, I've watched them more than any other team besides the Lakers.
So they played again last night, though, Frank.
They had a rematch. Now Cleveland won. I think it was 129-122, and it was even closer than that. 30 lead changes in that first game.
Unbelievable game.
Unbelievable game. 30 lead changes. Cleveland pulled away in the end there, but last night, different story last night.
Yeah, not so much.
It was over pretty much at halftime.
Well, I don't know.
After three?
I mean, look, Cleveland gave up 87 points in the middle two quarters to Oklahoma City last night. I'm not an expert on defense and math and basketball. That's a lot of points.
It's a lot of points. And SGA, who's just a machine, we showed a clip of him the other day getting all the towels piled on him by his teammates, or not on him, on the announcer that was doing the post-game interview. Anyway, here's SGA talking about last night's game. Big win for the Thunder.
You're only the second player this season to score 40 against this Cleveland defense, Damian Lillard being the other.
Dame.
It felt like you had it rolling tonight, and you didn't even get to the free throw line that many times.
Yeah, I don't need free throws.
That's the best.
I don't need them. I get it however I take it.
I don't need free throws. He doesn't need them. Shaq didn't need him. Shaq got him. He got the attempts, but he never hit him. But SGA, right now, we were talking about this before the show. We were looking at the MVP odds, and I know you pulled it up. MVP odds right now.
DraftKings, subject to change, of course. SGA is minus 250. Nikola Jokic is 2-1. The next shortest number is 28-1 on Giannis.
Yeah.
It's really a two-horse race at this point.
Yeah.
They might just give it to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander just because he hasn't won it.
Yeah.
They like doing that. They like not giving away back-to-back MVPs unless if there's not really a...
Unless joke. I looked at that list.
Unless if you're Steve Nash. They couldn't hesitate to give Steve Nash the MVP twice when he was at best the fifth best player in the league.
Shaquille O'Neal is still angry about that, right?
One of them was Shaq. One of them was Jason Kidd. One of them was Kobe. Steve Nash is the worst player ever to win not one MVP but two MVPs. I don't think there's an argument on the two.
And he's Canadian, for God's sakes. What are we doing?
I will tell you. So SGA also Canadian, as you know.
That's right.
So I'll ask you this. I know the NBA is not your wheelhouse.
That's in there a little bit. Yeah. What do we got?
When was the last time an American-born player won the NBA MVP?
Holy crap. Wow.
And keep in mind,
I know, Joker.
Keep in mind, there had never been, before this run,
an American player.
Before this run, Dirk Nowitzki was the first Euro ever to win the MVP.
Right.
That was 2007.
And then since then.
And then an American won every single year until the current run that international players are on. But what was the last time an American player won the NBA MVP?
Oh, my God.
It's a good question, isn't it?
It's a great question.
And if you can give me who it was.
Allen Iverson. I know that's
not that far. Come
on. Can you give me the conference as Western or Eastern team?
Well, here's the deal: the last five American MVPs, good guess, but no.
No.
Curry won back-to-back in 15 and 16.
Right.
He is not the most recent American NBA MVP, though.
There is at least one more person after that, Frank. Not LeBron.
No, LeBron
Anthony
was
Davis.
before Curry. LeBron's last MVP was in 2013.
He's not even on that list, I know. Curry's on the list at the bottom, right? 250 to 1 or something like that for MVP.
Curry.
I think he was like 250. I don't know. I think
500.
I think you got me on this one. Is there
It was James.
Stephon Diggs?
You got the city right at least.
It's Dallas?
No, that's Houston.
No.
man. James Harden.
James Harden. Oh my God.
is the last American-born NBA MVP.
And what year was that?
That was 2018.
That I'll tell you what. You want to win a drink in a bar over the weekend? Give that question
Someone
out.
will inevitably yell at me about Joel Embiid, who technically is an American citizen now.
Right.
Joel Embiid, of course, was born in Cameroon.
Exactly right. But yet, who did he play for in the Olympics?
He's an American.
He's an
citizen
American.
now.
You forget because it was such a great. There were so many good players on that, and Steph Curry, of course, in that last game was amazing. All right. So anyway, there's your NBA action right there. Oklahoma City Thunder. Yeah. Again, I was a big fan, and then they play Milwaukee in the NBA final of the NBA Cup during our Christmas party, and I'm like, oh, I got OKC tonight. Never in the game. Milwaukee just took it to them. Okay, so we have one more clip in top of show breaking videos. Jeff, did you see Danielle Collins, the American tennis player? Did you see this clip of this girl?
I did not yet. No.
All right.
That's Danielle freaking Collins, by the way.
It is, right. Danielle
Yes.
freaking Collins. She's an American tennis player. If you're not up on your American tennis players, the other day, she defeated an Aussie opponent whilst playing in Australia, and she ate up the booze and antagonized the fans in the land down under. Watch this. This is American cockiness at its best.
On match point.
So she's egging them on. What's that?
And she's giving it to the crowd too at Key Arena.
Oh, a little louder if you can, Em, please.
Danielle Collins.
Oh, you got it. Okay.
You know, I was thinking
Here we go.
I was like, if I'm out here, I might as well just take that big fat paycheck.
Just boo it.
Love a good 5-star vacation. So part of that check is going to go towards that. So thank you guys. Thanks for coming out here.
And then she's like doing this to the
Wow,
crowd.
just egging on the
Just
Aussies.
sarcastically boo. Oh my
Wow.
God. They
Wow.
hated her. But by the way, I now have a new favorite female tennis player, Danielle freaking Collins. And then in the comments, everyone's like, she doesn't want a Grand Slam at whatever. I'm like, that is the Grand Slam of post-game interviews right there.
All-American round 3 matchup with her and Madison Keys coming.
Oh, Madison Key. And Coco Gauff is, do we know if she's still in there?
Yeah, where's Coco Gauff?
I don't know. Where
Where's
is Coco?
Gauff right now? Coco Gauff plays, she advanced earlier today.
Well, whatever day it is in
Beat
Australia.
Layla Fernandez of Canada.
Okay.
Will take on Belinda Bencic.
Never heard of her.
Swiss.
Okay.
Good player. Hasn't been quite as good as
You're actually up to date that much on female tennis.
Well, I produced for Gil Alexander. I had to at least be up on it for a few years. Right,
Okay.
man?
All right, I love it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get to a funny clip, comedy clip of the day. We have a clip from the Buffalo Bills administrator. Why do they call them the administrators?
The admin.
The admins. Yeah, that's the admin did. I just call it social media team, but all right, I'm going to make the switch today. From now on, I'll go with the admin because that's what they like to be called. So he offers all the Buffalo Bill players a piece of candy if they can just tell him what his name is. He's been there all season getting clips from them, and he's just like, if you tell me my name, I'll give you candy. Only one player knew it, and it ends very funny. So make sure you watch till the end, ladies and gentlemen, our comedy clip of the day. Buffalo Bills, here we go.
For a piece of candy, what is my name?
Oh, no.
For a piece of candy, what's my name?
I don't know.
I don't know, but they take the candy anyway.
Dude, I have no idea.
What is my name?
Yo, I'm scared.
What is my name?
I don't know. Get away.
Do you know what my name is?
Okay, here we go.
Who are you? I don't know. Get away.
Here's Josh Allen.
What's my name?
Wake up.
For a piece of candy, what's my...
And then.
No, Josh.
The guy goes, hey, what's up, Tom? He goes, not now, Josh. So that was a little skit, but it was pretty funny
That was pretty good, actually.
by the admin. That's what we have to call him now?
I think, yeah, right?
Like just social media team. I guess they want like.
I don't know. They're making it out to be one guy, not a whole collection of people.
Well, anyway, Buffalo has a good one. I'd say the best ones probably collectively this year we saw were the Chargers. The Chargers did a good job. The LA Chargers. Look at that. I'm using admin and I didn't say San Diego. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at roll call, see who we got in there, because I see a gentleman in the bottom left of our screen ready to roll. But let's see who's watching the program. Kevin Belinkoff coming up in about 23 minutes, picks at 12:36. And just in a few minutes, we have Dennis Evans. So The question of the day, and thank you, Vince, for putting a poll together, was, Jeff, what team is most ripe for an upset this weekend in the divisional playoffs? So let's see here. Who do we got? Let's see.
Well, I'll tell you, Frank.
Who do you think, buddy?
I'm going to hold off because it picks at 12:36.
Okay, I like that.
I do have one upset this weekend.
Dean Hilt's giving us a trivia question. Bob Uecker hit one of his 14 career home runs off of Sandy Koufax.
Wow.
Would have never known that.
Never would have known that.
Probably because Koufax was taking him lightly, right? He's like, I'm just going to throw the ball over the plate. I would think.
That's pretty good.
Bob Uecker, we did the quote yesterday. Bob Uecker said he signed for $3,000, and, you know, it was tough for his dad to come up with that money because his dad had to pay to get him signed.
So Frank, I want to ask you real quick because, of course, you're a man of comedy.
Yes.
Where does Bob? Will anyone ever surpass the comedic ability of a play-by-play guy that Bob Uecker had?
Probably not.
The only guy who's close now, like Ian Eagle, has a great sense of humor.
Funny.
Very funny. His dad, was in the old school Xerox commercials, right?
I did not know that.
He was the main character in those Xerox.
I did not know that. Which, by the way, and we still call a photocopy a Xerox, right? Yep. Yeah, so, it's like Kleenex and Q-tips. Yep.
It's hard, like, as funny as Ian is, like, Uecker, like, of course, his role in Major League, like, that's hard to beat for anybody.
Yeah, it's hard to beat. I mean, Joe Garagiola also was a former player. We played for the Pirates. He was a terrible catcher as well. Went on to become a broadcaster, and he was always funny on Johnny Carson. But Bob Uecker's dry, deadpan, if you go, after this show, ladies and gentlemen, say on YouTube, look up Bob Uecker on Johnny Carson. Phenomenal stuff.
Oh, I watched a bunch of them last night. It was awesome.
Yeah, and I retweeted a post that showed the interview with Artie Lang and Norm Macdonald, telling some stories you can't tell on this show.
Well, you're telling me you can't tell the Mr. Belvedere story from that interview?
No, and I've heard many versions of that, but also my favorite part of that is the John Fogerty stuff when he's just
that
like,
was pretty darn good too.
Yeah, he's saying all that. Okay, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, roll call. Dean Hill, thank you for that trivia question. Wow, Sandy Koufax. JR, happy Friday. Lost money on Michigan last night, but always fun to watch the Maize and Blue lose. I agree. Reno Paul, it's nice to see teams having the time to have fun while my team is on vacation, he being a Laker guy. Aaron O'Connor wrote, present. Thank you, Aaron, for checking in. Roll call. Joey B, what's up? Good afternoon, Jeff and Frank. Joey B has yet to post any odds. No odds yet from Joey B.
Joey B, good afternoon, my friend.
All right, so Joey B, Parles. Oh, wait. He does have a comment about you. Oh, first of all, Reno Paul, what will the Punchies do for my birthday on Monday?
Is your birthday?
Reno Paul. No, Reno Paul's birthday.
Oh, I was going to say, if it was your birthday, we'd have a huge party.
Yeah.
I mean, if Reno Paul comes to Vegas, wow, Reno Paul, January 20th birthdays. There's a lot going on January 20th.
Well, what else? Okay, Anyway, and Joey B, Parles unleashing the pythons today. Parles been hitting the gym.
No. Nah.
These guys just naturally got big arms, ladies and gentlemen. All right. We are going to take a 30-second break, and we're going to come back with my man Dennis Evans live in KC, and we're going to talk about the big matchup between the Chiefs and the Texans. 30 seconds. Be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for coming back. I wanted to say that we did put a poll question in. Which dog is most ripe for a win? With 36% of the votes, Buffalo Bills are first, Los Angeles Rams 27%, Washington Commanders 18%, and also tied for fourth, Houston Texans, playing in a Kansas City environment that is going to be hard. It's hard to win in Kansas City. And we have somebody that is in Kansas City right now. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say this is a seventh or eighth, maybe ninth or 10th appearance on this show. Ladies and gentlemen, he's an anchor there in Kansas, sports anchor in Kansas City. Our friend Dennis Evans is here. Woo! What's up, Dennis?
What's going on, guys? How's it going? It's been a while. How's everything going?
It's good, man. So far, we're off to a good start. I called them the Los Angeles Chargers, which is good. I didn't.
You actually got it right.
I didn't say it wrong, and I now realize social media teams like to be referred to as the admin.
It's good.
Okay, admin. So I'm not making a lot of mistakes so far. But, we opened the show with me all bundled up, getting ready for the cold weather conditions. You look like you have a jacket on and you're indoors, Dennis. What's the weather like in KC?
Got the hoodie, got the jacket. Today is actually the best weather day that we've had in a while. We got hammered by that snowstorm about a week ago. Then after that, it was freezing. And now it's actually pretty decent. Tomorrow is a better day than Sunday. The Chiefs are actually happy that they're holding the game on Saturday instead of Sunday. Sunday, the temperature is really supposed to drop down. So it won't be pleasant weather outside, but it's not going to be the kind of it's not going to be the Miami -10 degree wild card game that they had last year.
Exactly. Now the Houston Texans, they've only played playoff games on Saturdays. Do you know about?
Well, the opening round, the wild
opening
card
round,
weekend
yes.
is only Saturdays,
right?
But
So they've always
been in this slot 2 years in a row. This exact 3:30 Central Saturday slot on Saturday as well. Now.
All right. So the Houston Texans, everybody was picking the Chargers last week. That was the sexy pick. The Chargers, a lot of people said then they'll go to KC and they'll beat the Chiefs. But the Texans team, everyone's like, hey, don't forget about us yet. They looked really good. Justin Herbert looked terrible. So how do you feel about this matchup? What do we have the line at right now? Is it 8? I think it's 8 points. So break down what you see happening this weekend between your Chiefs and Texans.
I think the key matchup in this game is going to be the Chiefs' offensive line, where you have questions at the tackle position. The Chiefs have really struggled with that position all season long. I think it was actually against the Texans when they had to slide Joe Thuney out and actually have him start playing tackle and bring someone else in at guard. I believe they're going to do that again for this game in Houston. Their strength is the defensive line. They know how to get after the quarterback, and I think that's something that they'll do. These teams are going to play a little bit of cat and mouse because they played each other earlier in the season, and the Chiefs have held back. They purposely held back the last few weeks of the season on the blitz packages and things like that to not give anything away. So it's going to be a matter of if the Chiefs can get to the young quarterback, and if CJ Stroud can handle the blitz that the Chiefs are going to throw at him, I think, they're not going to beat the Chiefs. Let me just go on record before we even get going. They're not going to beat the Chiefs. The only way they would, and this is what we don't know, since the Chiefs played at Pittsburgh on Christmas, which I was in Pittsburgh on Christmas, by the way, but since they played then, the starters have not played. That's nearly a month.
That's a lot of rust.
Any of the significant players for the Chiefs have been in a real football game.
All right, Dennis, can you shift to your left just a little? To your left. We just want to center you up. Seal. There we go. By the way, there you go. What kind of houseplant do you have there over your right shoulder? What do you got there?
That is a ficus.
Wait, it's not a ficus? It's a ficus? Ladies and gentlemen, nominations for the line of the year so far, right there. Dennis Evans, Drew Dog, get that in the montage. All right, so Jeff, you wanted to ask Dennis.
Dennis, just going back to that matchup that week before Christmas, that was a close game. Of course, Houston lost Tank Dell that had an awful knee injury in that game as well. But what do you take from that first matchup, especially since that was the next to last real game this Kansas City team has played in?
I think the thing is, I've never seen anything like what the Chiefs have experienced this year, where you had so many guys get hurt and they just keep bringing guys in, and everyone that they bring in is contributing. You have, DeAndre Hopkins is contributing. You have Kareem Hunt who's contributing. You have all these guys they keep bringing in, and now as guys start to come back, Hollywood is back on this team. So all these guys now are getting more and more experience. So really, I think even the Chiefs team that we're going to see against Houston is going to be far different than the one that they saw. That was the first game back for Hollywood Brown, was against the Texans. But I think as these guys start to get that chemistry, you have Isaiah Pacheco back. Now, the Chiefs are a healthy team right now, but I feel like the Texans, the thing that always scares me in the playoffs, are young teams with a good defense that don't have anything to lose. It's really going to me, come down to if their quarterback can handle. He didn't do a good job of it here. If he can handle the heat that the Chiefs are going to bring, they at least have.
Oh my God! That's
I forgot to turn off my notifications. The vibration came in.
Oh my God, you're okay. Everything's fine, ladies and gentlemen. I thought maybe the Facus attacked you or something, and it was a Little Shop of Horrors or something going on. Oh my God. By the way, yeah, the Tank Dell injury was terrible, and when I saw it, he was on my fantasy team. But you know what I did? I just next man up, and then I went and won the championship over Jeff Parles.
Okay. We'll take that.
It's the last time I'll mention.
Dennis's first response there was correct.
No one really gives a crap. All right, so what's your Saturday routine for the game tomorrow? Tell us where you'll be and what you're doing tomorrow for the big game.
Typically, my Saturday routine. This is a rare Saturday game for the Chiefs. So get up in the morning, kind of get a few things done. The game's on ABC, and we're an ABC station, so we have a pregame show. So get out there, do the pregame shows, do all of that stuff. Get up and journalists, you know us, we're all about free food.
Right.
So it's like you want to get up there and see,
okay,
who has the best free food. I told you a story about Denver and the Raiders. They give away free candy. No free candy.
The peanut M&Ms that you smuggled on the plane is the best story.
Yeah, I smuggled. I still have TSA texting me saying they want to talk to me about that. But I think it really the popcorn in Kansas City. Kansas City has this popcorn.
Who knew?
That is amazing. So Topsy, I believe it's like a Topsy's popcorn. So it's all about getting that cheddar, the butter, and a little of the caramel all mixed in, and get a nice Fresca going and
a Fresca.
Game day.
Do they still make Fresca? What, are you gonna have a tab after that?
I didn't know they did. I seriously didn't know they did. And I walked in there and I said, "Is that Fresca? I believe I'll have a Fresca."
How about a Fresca?
Part of my game day routine, Fresca.
Oh my God! Well, it's a superstitious thing. Maybe that's why they went 15-2.
Now I have to have it. I have to have it.
Jeff, you know of this popcorn he speaks of?
Yeah, I'm almost certain I had it in the time. I know. Don't they still want to have a big storefront on the plaza with that company?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
they have a storefront down on the plaza, and just. I walk past there. I don't want to do a commercial for everyone. But when I'm carb loading, I go past and get my Aunt Annie's pretzel and go to Topsy's and get. But you can only do that like once a day. You can't do that like every hour.
Now I know there's going to be a packed stadium there. And I believe the rumor has it that one special fan will be there, that Taylor Swift will be there.
Oh, I thought it was going to be you.
Oh, no, it's not me. Yeah. Wait, is it Vinny? Gas up the jet. We're taking the South Point jet. Yes. We're coming. Taylor Swift will be there. Obviously, you always want to play well in front of your chick. So she will be there. Now, have you ever been in the proximity of Taylor Swift when you're covering? Yeah?
Absolutely.
Oh, really?
It's so funny because, people lose their minds when they see her. I was trying to think, I've been around a lot of people, but I've never seen anyone that people lose their mind over the way they do her. And she just handles it with such grace, and she knows how to wave and do the thing. So I always, snapped a couple videos, and I just tell people, I'm like, she was waving at me. We know each other, but
Wait a second. We have breaking news here. She knows how to wave, Jeff. There you go. Taylor Swift knows. Now listen.
But you have to.
Yeah,
just you have to do it like there's a way. I knew you like, hi dear. I'm like, hi dear, back to you. So. And
you tell people in the video she was waving at you. Could you show us like the reaction most people have when they do see her? If you were like an adoring fan. Okay, right there it is.
It's truly like a. They just and what's crazy is the ticket prices have gone up so much because people know now.
Oh my gosh,
where she sits in the stadium and
come on
anything.
Oh, to be in that section, like below the box
section.
Wow. Oh my God, we're gonna have to go on StubHub and check that out on Monday.
Yeah, they know where she sits, and they will do anything. And she's gracious. She leans out and signs autographs and takes pictures and does stuff like that. So they love it.
That's unbelievable. And Drew Dog, if we could, I want to check the weather in the other cities because I want to get your take on some of the other games. I think we have a weather map of sorts that shows the weather in all the cities. So there you go. Yeah, throw that up there if you don't mind, Drew. So here we go. There's the weather. Now, of course, Detroit's indoors, right? So the outdoor temperature means nothing.
Oh, I'm surprised to that usually when these graphics are put together didn't just say 71 degrees for Detroit. Just confused the hell out of everybody.
People are like 71 in January. Let's take a look at, we'll look at Buffalo and we'll look at Philly. So Philly, it looks like, what does that say? 29 looks like some snow, but Buffalo, the wind chill is going to be in single digits. That's the other AFC matchup, of course. Thank you, Drew Dog, for getting that in there. Dennis, what do you think? Let's say your Chiefs win this game. Who do you think comes out ahead in the Buffalo-Baltimore game? Again, I am still shocked. Jeff might probably agree with me or differ with me. I don't know. That Buffalo is a home dog. So, well, Dennis, what do you think? Who wins this game?
I'm going Buffalo. Truthfully, right? I feel like this is Buffalo's year in general.
Yeah.
I feel like this is, but when I saw the way they beat the Chiefs, and it's been a pattern, they beat the Chiefs during the regular season, can't beat them in the postseason, especially here in Kansas City. I think if anyone has a chance to end the Chiefs streak to try to go to a third Super Bowl, it's Buffalo. Josh Allen's making good decisions this year. You know, their running game is just completely different than it has been in the past. And until he proves me wrong, Lamar in the playoffs is not someone that I would ever put a lot of stock in. I just don't until he does. If he does, then okay, let's go. But until then, I really feel like Josh Allen and the Bills. I feel like overall, this is if they're ever going to do it, this is their year.
Yeah,
I'm not surprised that Baltimore has been bet to a favorite.
Right, it would open with Buffalo as a favorite.
The one concern I have with the Bills, other than the game against Kansas City. Okay. All the other high-end offenses they played this year, their defense got crushed.
Okay.
But it looks like Zay Flowers isn't going to play again this weekend for Baltimore. It's the best game of the weekend.
Oh, yeah.
And it's the one game I don't have a bet on.
Oh, really? Because you're just not sure?
I have no idea. The only thing that would shock me is if someone won by 3 touchdowns. I expect it to be close, but I'm not sure who will win.
Well, Alex White and I have a little fun bet because she's a Ravens fan for some reason.
She is?
Yeah, she is a Ravens. That's her team. She's actually said on the show, she goes, I'm really feeling myself invested in their games, and that's her team. That's why
she has the Tyler Bass jersey.
She does have the Kickers jersey from Buffalo, but she has the Lamar jersey, which Dennis, when they beat the Steelers, I had to wear a Lamar Jackson jersey on this show, and friends of mine in Pittsburgh were not happy. So if Buffalo wins, she has to eat an onion. She hates onions more than me. She's going to eat an entire raw onion. Is that right? No. She said she'd eat an onion ring or two.
An onion ring?
I know, that's kind of letting her off.
An onion ring? That's lame.
I know. Then make it raw onions.
Make it a raw onion.
Raw
make
onion.
It go whole
Alex,
raw onion.
you're eating raw onions.
Do a Creed Bratton and just take a bite out of it.
Thank you. I just watched that episode. And if I win, or if I lose, I have to eat the frosted animal crackers. Remember those pink and white ones? With the little jimmies on them? I ate a whole bag when I was 7, and I threw up the whole bag, and I've never had one in 40 years. So if Buffalo loses, I have to eat some on Monday's show.
Oh, that's awesome, actually.
And I also have to, we have to bob for him.
Revisit your trauma?
Yes, but I'm confident. I'm confident that won't happen. Go Buffalo. I'm going to break it. I'm going to jump and break this desk because we have a new desk coming in. How long, Ann? 2 weeks. All right. So I understand you have a story about a minivan. We usually see you in a minivan without the facus. What's your minivan story?
So I'm normally in a car.
Yes,
I'm normally outside in a car because I'm working. And today, of course, I would have been in my car, but somebody stole my car.
What? Are you kidding
me? I'm dead serious. I would be sitting in my car right now, but I woke up Saturday morning. You know that feeling like when you hear an alarm outside. Friday night, I hear an alarm, and I'm like, I wish somebody would shut that alarm off. They shut it off when they snapped my steering wheel. They took off in the car. They took my car.
And so
just got a new car. Had a new Jeep Cherokee. Everything. I mean, just perfect. It was my fault. I washed it. I washed the car and I parked it on the street, and it's like I might as well have put a bullseye on it. I woke up the next morning to remote start it, and there was nothing there. I'm like, I know I left it right there.
No!
I'm indoors by default.
Oh, no. So do the police have any leads? They can't track it down with LoJack or with the...
No, can't do any of that. This is a very aggressive group of guys who are going through Kansas City area, swiping cars. So I can laugh about it, but I'm in an empty conference room because I have no car to be in right now.
Oh my goodness. Well, we got if you're watching the show in Kansas City, be on the lookout. What color is the Jeep Cherokee?
It's black. It's a black Jeep Grand Cherokee. Yeah, be on the lookout for it.
Oh my God! So what do you have a rental yet, or what, are you just Ubering or Lyfting?
I was doing Lyft for a while, but the insurance company came through. I've got the rental now, and we don't know. Of course I hope the Jeep comes back, but after someone's had your car for about a week, who knows what it's going to be like inside? So I can laugh about it. That I sat that first day and just kept going. They took my car. They took my car.
We're going to call Liam Neeson. He's going to get on it. He will find. He has a particular set of skills. He will find your Jeep.
That's what I need.
Oh my goodness! All right, Dennis. Real quick, why don't you give us your picks in the NFC? Who do you think are going to win the Washington and Detroit game, and the Rams and Philly?
I'm going Detroit and I'm going Philly. The Rams look pretty good, but I like the Eagles to win. I just feel like they're coming on at the right time, and I believe in Detroit.
Yeah,
I really do. I feel like Detroit and the Eagles and Chiefs Buffalo is where it's going to be in the championship games, and I mean that's some good football. I think all of us should be happy. I mean, there's going to be some good football played this weekend, and I'm actually excited. Sometimes you get some bad matchup. I'm excited to watch every game this weekend.
Absolutely.
So I'm definitely going with the Bills, and I'm going with the Eagles also.
And then by the way, Monday. We have the national championship game.
It's pretty good.
So it's going to be a good 3-day run here. We had a question for you. By the way, Craig Parles, Jeff's dad. Are they called Jimmies or Sprinkles? I called them Jimmies. I think more.
That is a total. Depending on where you are from the country.
Northeast thing. Jimmy's is a Northeast.
Yeah, that Pittsburgh thing. Yeah, there you go.
Might even be a Western Pennsylvania. We're Sprinkles, but where I grew up.
Jimmies. Yeah, we're Jimmies. Yeah. Oh, Jimmies. What do you call it, Dennis? Jimmies or Sprinkles?
No, I'm from St. Louis. We're Sprinkles.
Okay. All right. So, by the way, there's someone in the chat room, and their handle is Dennis Evans Stolen Car. I'm in Nebraska. There's more peanut M&Ms in here. All right. Lastly, Dean Hild had a question for you. Please ask him about the Chiefs and Royals moving to Kansas. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen.
One of the two will end up in Kansas. It will probably be the Royals.
Oh man,
the Royals will move probably across the state line. The Chiefs are not going to leave. They want a new stadium, but they're kind of playing it coy. They're going to hold back. The Royals will soon announce that they're going to take one of those sites on the other side. I can see them in Kansas.
By the way, my buddy Mike O'Day is in here. Does Tay-Tay dig on the Fresca as well? Does Taylor Swift take the Fresca? Or are they all gone because you've taken them all?
No, I like her, and I'll share mine if she has the waterfall.
She has the waterfall.
I'm like, you can have a sip.
You don't want Taylor's lips on there. That would be Travis's lips as well, I guess. And finally, Mike,
exactly.
And my friend Mike, who's a lawyer in Pittsburgh, said, "Did you put the paper coffee cup on the wiper blades? That's the secret code for thieves." I'm imagining you didn't because it's a new car. But have you ever heard that before? That was a thing in Pittsburgh. You'd put a paper cup on the windshield wiper blade or something, and that meant, "Hey, thieves, steal this. I want the insurance money." So I don't think Dennis would. Dennis is a straight guy. He wouldn't do that.
No, there was no Dixie cup.
I've never heard that.
You've never.
I love that car. I want it back.
This could be just a Pittsburgh thing. By the way, Aaron O'Connor, Jimmy's are the chocolate oblong ones for ice cream. Sprinkles are the vile, tooth-shattering, multicolored balls of torture. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Dennis, we're going to let you go. We know you have a busy day. We always appreciate, and by the way, funniest segment of the year so far. We love when you're on the show. Dennis Evans, thank you, buddy. Good luck to your Chiefs.
All right, thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Have a good weekend.
He is the man. Dennis Evans rolls. That was great. While we wait for Kevin Belinkoff to be on deck, we're going to go ahead and do our lines of the night quickly. So, Drew Dog, go ahead. Let's do lines of the night. Dun, 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 dun. How funny was that? I mean, I feel bad he got his
I feel
jeans
bad
on.
for the car.
But I mean,
Like,
the story about the
story-
fakest.
The fakest was good.
The Taylor Swift stuff. I mean,
Dennis is a good guest.
Dennis Evans is gold, ladies and gentlemen. Someone find his Jeep. All right, lines of the night, Jeff. What do you have?
It's a great question. What do I have? Oh, I remember what I have.
What do you have?
I sent it over to Kyle this morning.
Okay.
I don't know Keith Lyle. I know Kyle, though.
Okay.
But last night, 3 top 25 teams in the AP poll in college hoops were in action.
Wow.
All 3 of them lost.
This
is the first time that since November 15, 2001, that ranked teams went winless.
Wow.
With a minimum of 3 games going that night in college basketball, which is shocking to say the very least, because we see college basketball upsets all the time.
Sure.
But you need the perfect storm. You need unranked teams to beat ranked teams, and you really honestly need no more than 3 because you should have 4th one would win the game. But we were on Oregon State, by the way, yesterday morning on the show, Frank. So, so that was a nice one. Not outright, but we were on them plus the points.
There you go. Well, very good. Okay, my line of the night, ladies and gentlemen. It has to do with football. Here we go. So right now, playoff favorites of over a touchdown, 7.5 or more, have won 18 consecutive games straight up on the money line. The longest streak in the Super Bowl era. Chiefs and Lions up next. So there's some betting advice for you. We usually do picks at 12:36. We're a couple minutes late. That's fine. So there you go. There's your 2 lines of the night. Are we checking on Kevin? We don't have Kevin yet? Okay, that's fine. Well, good. We'll go to the day of the year then. The day of the year. We'll go to today's date, ladies and gentlemen, and I will be reading the entire date all by myself. Today is January 17th, 2025. We've put Barbara out to pasture. Here are the days of the year, Jeff. Barbara Walters, we usually had her doing the 2020.
Oh, okay.
Ann and I are over it. Here we go.
I like that bit, though.
Ah, Christ. One last time for Jeff. Can we do it one last time? Today's date is January 17th.
This is 2020.
5. He's giggling. As long as Jeff's giggling.
It's good stuff.
All right. Well, there you go. All right, Jeff. So here we go. Here are the national days. One of these is fake. National Kids Inventors Day, National Bootleggers Day, International Mentoring Day, National Praise Your Children Day, Benjamin Franklin Day, National Classy Day, National Hot Buttered Rum Day, Popeye Day, Cable Car Day, and New Year's Resolution Recommitment Day. And if you watch games, you've seen that commercial.
There are a lot.
There's a lot. If you want to take a look.
I'm with our good friend Vince. I think the National
Your dog
Classy
is saying
Day
hot buttered rum is not a thing. Vince is saying classy, no way. Anna's saying bootlegger, no way. Jerry's saying International Mentoring Day. Ladies and gentlemen, I have once again stumped the entire crew.
Oh, man.
I made up National Praise Your Children Day. That was a good fake out.
It sounded so nice, though.
It did. I know. And everyone's like, see, Vince has been trying to get into my mind. He's like, what's Frank doing around 6 p.m.? Well, I'm not praising children. There you go. Okay, so it's Benjamin Franklin Day because Benjamin Franklin was born in 1706 on this day. So happy 319th to Benjamin Franklin. Muhammad Ali, the greatest, born on this date, 1942. Celebrating birthdays, Jim Carrey is 63, Dwayne Wade is 43, Michelle Obama 61, and Steve Harvey turns, survey says, 68. See what I did there? Because he hosts Family Feud.
Steve Harvey's that old?
Yeah.
Wow.
I know. It's
he's aged great.
He doesn't have one facial. There's no. But
68.
Steve Harvey is.
Wow.
That's what the survey says. Steve Harvey is 68 years old. All right, so we put him in the AI machine up there in Utah.
Wait for this.
This could be a good one. Here we go. What do we got? Here's the magic. I love it. So on the right, we got Popeye, Muhammad Ali, and Michelle Obama. It's the cartoon Popeye. It doesn't even really look like Popeye.
Yeah, what's going on there?
That's Popeye because he had some retinal correction therapy because he had the one squinty eye. And, well, it's nice that Popeye
has the Max Scherzer eyes going right now.
The 2 different shades?
Yeah.
Very good, Jeff Parles. But also, where's the corncob pipe? Oh, it's not PC to smoke anymore. You know what he's doing? He's got a Zen. He's got a Zen in his cheek. That was fine. If Alex was here, she would have laughed at that. Let's see.
What is going on with the drinking with Ben Franklin?
Well,
on
it's
the left looks
it's
great.
Ben Franklin. There's some sort of barrel. Maybe he's mentoring the older gentleman. He's it's Bootleggers Day.
Yeah.
They're drinking bootleg whiskey.
Yeah,
because I think
that looks good.
I think on this day in 1920, Prohibition started or ended or started. Anyway,
I'm going to check that for you.
Check. It had something to do with. That's why it's National Bootlegger. Oh, it must have started because bootleggers then took over bootlegging.
Prohibition started today in 1920.
There you go. There you go.
We almost 2020 on that one.
2020. Anyway, good stuff. Happy birthday, Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey being 63. That one blew my mind a little. And of course, Jim Carrey hasn't been in a movie in a long time.
I want to know what's going on.
I knew Jerry would look up. He's in Sonic 3. He's supposed to leave 2. Sonic 2? 2. He plays 2 characters? He's the most talented. Look, he's
the
unbelievable.
AI machine, really, like Ben Franklin's side, really good. The Popeye, I mean.
Well, they're in the Oval Office, too. You can
but-
tell by the
but-
curtains.
But it's supposed to be Michelle Obama and Muhammad Ali.
I'll buy Michelle and Muhammad. I'm not buying Popeye.
I'm not. I don't know if I'm buying any of them. It looks more like Condoleezza Rice than it does Michelle Obama, in all honesty.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we usually do picks at 12:36. Well, we had Dennis Evans picks, and we have a gentleman in about 30 seconds that's going to give us a few more. We'll be back with Kevin Belinkoff in 30 seconds. All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, as I said, there's 4 divisional playoff games, so we have 4 of us handling it today. We had Jeff Parles, we have myself, we had Dennis Evans, and now, well, Jeff, we didn't even give your pick. Maybe let's bring in.
Let's have Kevin's picks.
Let's bring Kevin in. Ladies and gentlemen, a gentleman who actually won a National Handicapper of the Year. You have to refresh my memory on that, but every week this guy sends picks out to me, and I always look forward to him, and he's really, really good. And by the way, Chris Andrews is a big fan. Kevin Belinkoff is here to bring us home. I love it, Kevin. All right, Kev, what's happening? First of all, you're in California. You're safe. Everything's okay?
Everything's good. Everything's good. I was like right on the border of an evacuation kind of thing.
Yeah, my cousin was too. Okay, good. I know it's still, there's going to be a lot of stuff that's going to have to happen to get things back to normal.
It's not good.
It's not good. But anyway, we're glad to see you, sir.
But
so
that's why we have football, to get away from all that stuff.
Not only do we have 2 days of NFL action, but then on Monday, it's like, oh, by the way, NFL, we have the national championship game. So I know you crunch your numbers and you take a long time. And you said right before we came live that it was a little bit of a weird. Oh, by the way,
I don't honestly remember a playoff week that's this difficult.
Okay.
You can make a case for any team and for any total either way. So it really depends on how you want to look at it. The game I like the most, it's kind of weird because it's the Buffalo-Baltimore.
Okay.
So I heard you talking about how Baltimore started as the underdog and then became the favorite.
Correct.
Lamar Jackson has had that happen 6 times in his NFL career.
Oh, wow.
And they are 6-0 against the number.
Oh.
Straight up
Damn
against
it.
the number in the situation.
Animal crackers. I'm
going to have to eat animal crackers on Monday.
Animal crackers in a second.
Animal cookies.
Animal cookies.
I'll eat animal crackers all day. The little box with the string.
Yeah, you want the pink and white ones,
No,
right?
I don't. Yeah, well, those are the ones I'll have to eat.
You don't want the pink and white.
Those are the ones I'll have to eat.
Sprinkles, not Jimmy's. Whoever explained that Jimmy's were the longer ones, that is correct.
That was Aaron O'Connor.
The little dot.
Yes, exactly. Okay.
And normally I give you some good trivia. I don't know how many different animals are in the animal cookies,
right?
But how many animals are in the animal crackers?
Oh my God! You got a lion. You got like a lion and a tiger.
You can't name them all. Let's take a guess.
7.
That was going to be my guess.
13.
13.
Yeah, you and I, Lobo, put them together. We almost get.
We should have taken 13. The over. All right. Anyway, so you're looking at Baltimore and Buffalo.
With this Baltimore game.
Okay.
I gave you that number. Here's a different number, which is the last 11 games that Josh Allen played in. They won the second half. The second half number, not necessarily, not even the total points in the second half. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play Baltimore in the first half. And then if I win that one, I'm going to play Buffalo in the second half and try and get them both. If I lose the first half, I'll probably lay off it entirely.
Oh, I like that. Okay.
It's really tough. I can give you a bunch of numbers and stuff, but it's just a really, really tough spot. Here's one to think about though, which is this is a situation where you have a home underdog playing against a team they played previously in the season and lost.
Okay.
That's happened 2 times since 1996, and those teams are 9-0-1. So that's pretty good for Buffalo.
Wow.
So anyway, my strategy is going to be play Baltimore the first half. If I win that, play Buffalo the second half and try and win them both. If I lose the first half one, then I probably won't do it. But maybe I will. I don't know.
Okay. It's going to be very cold there. It's going to be hell of a game. That's the last game. That's the Sunday night game.
6:30 Eastern game. Yep.
Yeah. The other ones are all tough as well. The one that kind of looks good to me. Again, I'm going to keep with my numbers and stuff.
Okay.
Is Houston.
Yep.
And that's because Kansas City just can't cover these big numbers. They're where I wrote it down someplace. This year, as a favorite of more than 4, they're 1-7-1 against the number. Wow. Now that said, it's so hard to play against Kansas City in the postseason. They're like a different team, so that makes it a lot more difficult. But I'm gonna take Houston to kind of keep it close. Here's a strange number. Home teams on Saturday playoff games are 20-10 against the number.
Wow.
I don't know what that means. And so then the other thing in that game is I do like the the Kansas City Houston game under the number. It's a low number.
Yeah, 41.5.
Houston has gone back-to-back over in their 2 games. In the last 2 games, they've gone over. When that happens, they're 0-12-1 to the under. So they've gone under in 12 of 13 times after going over in their last 2. So that's probably enough for me to take a look at the under here. Kansas City always plays well in the postseason. They tend to keep their games under, and they tend to keep them close. So I'm just so reluctant to play against Kansas City, but they can't. They just don't cover these big numbers.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to go with Houston, and I'm going to take the under on that one.
Okay, Jeff. Oh, you like Detroit? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, again, I'm now. If you go back to their final game of the regular season,
right?
They gave up fewer than 10 points.
They crushed Minnesota, right?
Teams that do that in their first playoff game, 12-3 against the number. So it's really hard to play against them when they're playing good defense like that. Washington, they're one of those kind of just happy to be there teams.
Yeah.
You can't diminish what they did last week. I mean, that was a pretty amazing situation.
Yeah.
All the numbers pointed to Tampa Bay. So I'm going to go with Detroit. Again, they give up so many points that it's tough to cover that big number. But at this point, that's where I'm leaning.
Okay, Jeff.
So AFC games, I have nothing.
Okay.
It would only be play Kansas City in a teaser. If you want to do that, go ahead. Find a dance partner, no problem. The Bill-Baltimore game, I already said, no idea.
You have no idea. No idea. I know.
No clue.
That's why it's the smallest. It is the best game.
It, but it's just like not going to force the issue. Maybe I'll go Kevin's theory on the Bills' second half. That seems.
Yeah.
Kevin is never wrong, by the way.
Yeah, no. So I do like that. I've already bet under 44 in the Rams and Philly game. Those numbers are gone. I would tread very carefully at a lower number.
Okay.
But Philadelphia's offense really did not look good last week. It was their defense that carried them in that game against Green Bay. And the Rams defense will not play as well as they did last week. That had to do with Minnesota's offensive line stunk.
And they're the
Darnold
youngest defense in the league, by the way,
Byron
too,
Young's
which is
a hell
amazing.
of a player.
And Verse.
Obviously, Verse, even though he somehow got away with that NFL blitz move.
It is NFL blitz, the video game. When you fully
but I got away with it. But I'm concerned about Philadelphia's offense with the way they've looked, and I'm also concerned about the Rams' offense being able to block that Philadelphia defense. Philadelphia's defense is the best defense left in this field.
I had them on my fantasy team.
I know you did. The other game, I don't for what so. I'm opposite Kevin on the Detroit-Washington game.
Okay.
Because there's two things that stand out to me. Washington 9.5 is one of my picks at 12:36.
Okay.
Here today.
Thank you.
Just because the way Washington played last week. Now, look, is it sustainable back-to-back playoff games? We'll have to see. But the one good thing that Washington's offense does as well as anyone, or is better than anyone, even in this whole playoff field,
right?
Long, extended drives. Keeping the other offense off the field. Detroit's defense was amazing against Minnesota. I'm curious if that had more to do with Minnesota than it did actually have to do with Detroit's defense.
Right. The real Sam Darnold came out, in your opinion?
I want to see how that looks. But 9.5 in an NFL game, Chris Andrews has said this a ton of times on this show, on the other show. You don't even have to be overly competitive sometimes to cover a 9.5 point spread in an NFL game. You could be down 17-14 the whole game. Get back to a score, lose by 7, 8, whatever it is. But I like Washington plus the 9.5. If Detroit blows me out, so be it. The Lions had the best offense in the NFL this year. Montgomery's back. Washington does struggle giving up explosive runs. There are good arguments on both sides, but I'm just going to take the biggest line of the week, take the points. Maybe we'll even see a 10 by the time this game goes again, Frank.
My pick of the day, I was giving the Texans. I just think I'm agreeing with Kevin that Kansas City they're 15
You're
and
getting 8.5 now too.
It's a lot of points. They're coming into Kansas City. I like that. They played in top. So I'm going to go with them. By the way, Joey B said, butter rum lifesavers, a sleeper candy flavor.
Wow.
The best.
That's my least
best.
buttered. Are you serious? You like those,
Kevin? What's
Kevin?
wrong with you, Frank? You don't eat the pink and white cookies, which are like a gift from God.
I don't
and
know.
You don't eat the butter rum lifesavers?
Kevin, I might have to eat these
Have you ever
on
been
Monday.
down into the wintergreen ones and watch them spark?
The
You ever do that?
Of course. As a kid, we did that.
Okay. You went to summer camp, obviously.
No, I didn't. I was a lonely child.
Really?
No, I never went to a
so
camp.
You never lit your fart on fire either, huh?
Lit my throat on fire?
Your fart. That's what you do at summer camp.
You said
eat the
throat.
lifesavers and you light your farts on
I
fire.
don't remember. No, I did not do that. Here's Joey B's line. Cookies consumed by Frank before losing his cookies. Over under 12.5.
Over.
What are you talking about? I'm going to eat like 2. I'll eat one pink, one. By the way, I'm not even eating these. Alex White will be eating live on camera a raw onion. Okay. By the way, Paul's like, tears. Because, wait a second. Tears being Kevin's system. Alex White, let's go, Kevin. Love the trend. You know what, Alex? You better bring some gum because you're going to be eating an onion. And it has to be a raw.
I love onions too. So you're not going to.
Onions. I'm with Kevin on this.
Hate onions.
Onions are excellent.
Well, what kind of onion? Because I think she did the Alex White thing. She's like, I don't want to eat raw. I'll do an onion ring. And I was probably
an onion ring does not count.
Well, onion rings. It depends on the actual ring.
Yeah.
Because some onion rings are just so breaded and disgusting.
You don't even taste it.
It's just all fried.
I'm going to Ann for the official ruling on this. And what kind of onion will Alex have to eat on Monday if Baltimore shall lose?
A bloomin' onion.
No, that's not. That's all bread.
She's looking out for her girl
that's
right
delicious.
there. No, it's got. You have
might
to
as well be French fries.
A
at that
teaspoon of raw onion.
A teaspoon.
Tablespoon.
I don't know.
Like
I feel like
diced. Yeah, I wanted her to bite an onion.
I feel like you've gotten the worst of this.
I'm not. I won't have to eat
them on a bagel because then it's kind of good. I mean, it's just got to be the onion.
This is. I don't know. This is. We're gonna have to deal with this over the weekend.
To bring an onion in tomorrow for Sports by the Book. Now,
yes, please do. We might have to let Chris Andrews be the deciding person on this. Chris, get well soon. He's a little under the weather at home, I believe. So, Chris, if you can let us know what you think. But one of us is gonna. Then we're gonna bob. We decided
bob for onions.
Well, we're gonna put all the helmets in there, and you have to bob until you pull out the helmet of the team that beat your team. And then cookies are going to float in it and onions.
Wow! So I could legitimately.
How big is the helmet?
That's the tiny ones, the little gumball ones.
I was going to. Yeah, that would have been good too. I was going to say if I was picking out who beat the Jets, I would be able to pick out every one in the entire thing. It'd be great.
Oh my God, Kevin, where do you watch the games? Do you stay at home and watch these ball games?
I generally do. This weekend, I may actually be playing in a poker tournament, so I'll kind of watch that as that goes along. But then that just allows me to lose more money. So, I haven't played in a poker tournament in ages, so wish me luck.
All right. We will. And by the way, Dennis Evans stolen car. So this person, there's someone in the chat that continuously changes their name. They had a girl from India. I'm trying to do some sleuthing here.
I know who it is.
You know who it is?
I'll tell you after the show.
Okay.
I know it is.
All right. Good. All right. Anyway, I think. Oh, we had Kevin Sticker. Hold on.
That account had a very big tell on Sports by the Book yesterday.
Oh, damn it! All right, we had Punch Bowl 1. Drew, Doug, let's roll this in. Kevin can watch this with us. I love movies. I've always loved movies. Let's say like Animal House, where at the end they put up words on the screen and let you know what happened to the characters. Like Bluto, John Belushi's character in Animal House, he became a state senator, I believe. Became a senator. Right. All right, so they did that for NFL quarterbacks. So Drew, Doug, roll this clip, please. Here we go, Jeff. Take a look. So what's it say? Russell Wilson went back to the drawing board. Okay, Sam Darnold is unemployed.
Wow.
Dun, 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 dun. There's some very dramatic music. Baker Mayfield. What does that say?
Baker went back to Oklahoma to rush Sigap.
To rush Sigap. And here we go. We got Bo Nix. Bo Nix cried to his mommy and daddy, Sean Payton. Okay, so, and here we go. Jordan Love. What happened to Jordan? Jordan quit football to join the Costco-verse. Boom. Okay, I don't really get that one. And then Justin Herbert. Oh, Justin and Ice Spice got married. I'm not familiar with Ice Spice. There you go. Maybe that was better when I watched.
Big Justice?
I know. We bring the boom.
That's the Costco universe.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
That's part of the reason TikTok's going away.
All right. It's not going away. And we have one more, and I'll ask you both. We'll get out on 3. Oh, we got to show 4, too. So number 3, here we go. Eagles cornerback Isaiah Rodgers will wear special cleats for a playoff game this weekend. There you go. So they're SpongeBob cleats. And my question to both Jeff and Kevin, I'll start with Jeff because I already asked him this before the show. If you were an NFL player, you could wear customized cartoon cleats. What do you got?
Wait a second. Isaiah Rodgers, the guy who got suspended for for gambling.
Well, someone paid him to wear those.
Interesting. So for me, I had 2 things that popped into my head here for cartoon related ones.
Okay.
One of them, I'm going to go back to the 90s classic Rocco's Modern Life.
Oh, my God. I don't even. Oh, wait. Jerry approves. Jerry approves.
Yeah. I'm going to go back to that. And get Rocco. Get Rocco the Wallaby. Or honestly, Jerry, wouldn't one with Rocco and one with Filbert be pretty good?
Carlos Alazaraki, who does the voices. That's right.
Yeah, he voiced Rocco, didn't he?
That's right. He did do Rocco. And I've never seen Ryan and Jerry. They loved it so much. And if the Niners would have made the playoffs, I would have had him back on. But I would go with, I was going to say Bugs Bunny because he's classic.
That was another one. It was either going to be him or Daffy
Bugs
Duck.
is my favorite, but also having Quagmire from Family Guy would be pretty funny. And then Giggity written on the side. And then maybe Brian on the other one. So maybe I'll go Family Guy. Kevin, if you had designer cleats, what would you wear?
All right, I don't know if you can see this.
What is that?
That's Disney. That's a Lego Hercules from Disney.
Right.
I would go with one Hercules,
and then on the
other shoe, I would do Hades.
Oh my gosh!
So good versus evil there,
ladies. That's a very important movie in my life.
Yeah.
You don't need to hear the reasons why, but I've seen it, I believe, 783 times.
Okay, first of all. What?
Good movie, though. Good movie. Very good movie.
When my son was 5 years old, there's always one movie that you have to watch over and over.
Courtney had to watch Shrek.
We would watch. So, I've seen Disney's Hercules We're talking hundreds and hundreds. I can quote the entire movie. I won't do it for you.
Go.
You don't want it. Long ago, in the land of time of extraordinary God.
We'll be here through Football Frenzy or whatever. Oh my God, that's hysterical. And last but not least,
Charlton Heston's voice, by the way, trivia for you as well.
Yeah. Chuck Heston, baby.
Probably his last role was the narrator in Hercules.
Wow, another good trivia question. Let's see. Eve Natola, which stands for even now to no, it's South. Every now and then you need to laugh. Everyone needs to laugh. They said South Park cleats. That would be pretty good.
That'd be good.
Vince Las Vegas. Hey Arnold cleats. He had a football head.
Wow.
Stewie would also work. Dennis Evans stolen car. Help! Now the thief wiping his boogers on the front. So I don't know who this is. I'm going to find out. Cookies, onions, and helmets in the punch bowl. Sounds like an AI combination. Very funny. Kevin Belinkoff. Oh, are you a Jimmy's or Sprinkles guy? Joey B wants to know. Kevin.
Sprinkles, but like on a cookie, sprinkles.
Okay.
On ice cream, Jimmy.
All right. And by the way, where's the best strawberry milkshake in Las Vegas?
You are just feet away from it.
Kate's Corner.
The ice cream place at the South Point.
Right here at the South Point.
Best milkshake I have ever had in my life. And in fact, when I visited you not long ago, you'll remember the milkshake.
Shake.
The first thing I did.
All right, last comment I'm going to look at. Alex White has chimed in. This is so Alex. She's trying to soften us up. She's like, "You guys are on fire today. Very funny show." Oh, thanks for the compliment. Thank you, Alex. But no. That is her totally trying to get out of having to eat nothing but an onion ring. Oh, raw onion.
I might have to go get one of those yellow onions from Vons.
Nice try, Alex. Aaron O'Connor, thanks for saying great show. We have a clip I want to show this. We're not doing dog of the day, right? We do have a dog of the day. All right, show the dog of the day. Here we go. Kenny White's dog of the day. Here we go. There's a little graphic. KennyWhiteSports.com. Iowa +7 at UCLA tonight. Interesting. Sorry. I
was going to say that's a new feature for Dog of the Day.
What's that? My phone going off playing Running with the Devil? By the way, that was Kia because there's a recall. I need an oil filter or something, and I blew it off today because I wanted to come in early, and I'll reschedule it. And then what were we just talking about? Oh, dog of the day. We have our dog of the day. Here, we usually have a funny little video. This dog. Dun, 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 dun. So you're like, where's the dog?
Whoa.
That's a little wiener dog, too. It's just like a little dapple wiener dog. And then he's like, I'm taking the ball.
I couldn't figure out what that was.
It's a chair. Yeah. And last clip of the week. Here we go. LeBron James doing something special for a fan. So if we could roll that punch ball, please, Andrew. Here we go. So LeBron James, look at the little girl over his shoulder there, losing her mind that she's this close to LeBron. So LeBron said during the game, he checked his messages, which I don't know if you're allowed to do that, maybe at halftime, I guess. A family member said, hey, this little girl's going nuts. So he comes over and gives her a couple bracelets. She's crying. He gets down and poses. Then her big sister's like, I want a picture with LeBron too. So she comes in. They're crying. So LeBron, once again,
that's awesome. One
of the GOATs. The man's never had any issues off the court. He's a pretty good guy. Mike O'Day, last show under the Biden administration. Thank you, Mike, for that. We are on. It's a national holiday Monday. Ann, are we off? Nope, we'll be here because we got a college football game to talk about. That's about it, I think. Jeff, any closing thoughts? That's it.
Fun show.
It was a great show. Dennis Evans, thank you as always. Hysterical. Kevin, great stories, great facts. We appreciate it. I guess that's it. Jerry, Vince, Drew Dog directing. Ann was here. What a big show. Have a great divisional weekend. It's going to be fun. And on Monday, Alex White will be here eating a raw onion. Eating an onion. I'm Frank Nicotero. Punchlines. Line stands for Live in Nevada every show.